Today, on Attack of the Show, with the new consoles come new games, and the only way to find out which is the best is to be in the loop. There's a fine line between being confident and annoying.
Nothing like being Miss Popularity.
And that line can easily be found in your pants. From an aging student to a raging ape, we've got the latest releases on DV Tuesday. All this and more on a live and luscious Attack of the Show, starting right now.
What's going on here? Pick up on this. Attack.
Welcome to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. It is Tuesday the 14th. I'm Olivia Munn. I like to hold it kind of dwindles out. Like,
there wasn't any really loud wooing today. And there we go. Okay.
There it is. That's Ed.
I need that to get going.
Ed's our screamer. And we
I'm
love him
Kevin
for
Pereira. We are coming to you live from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. All week, folks, we are taking shelter because the console war is in full effect.
The Wii and the PS3 both come out in just a matter of, get this, days, and we are filling you in on everything you need to know about these next-gen systems.
Yeah, coming up later, we're also going to demo the new Microsoft Zune. Hello, and see how it compares to the iPod. Look at that thing.
It's a big screen.
Nice and shiny. I bet it is. Look at that. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
I was playing some Welcome to Trillville. This is, it's Will's. All right, what are you going to do?
Well, yes, we've got tech galore today, but now it is time to round up the troops and display some military excellence.
That's it. This is not a test.
This is not a test.
Repeat, this is not a test. It's Console Wars 06 Live.
Here we come out.
It's, yeah. Good call.
Here when we come out, people.
Good call, Olivia.
Thanks.
It's 3 days until the PlayStation 3 launches, and news, of course, is coming in from all over the place. We're trying to sort it all out and give it to you, so here's what we have today, folks.
Yes, from site Gamma Sutra, an analyst is speculating that at best, Sony will only be able to deliver 150 to 200,000 consoles at launch, tops. That is so far less than the original projected, but it's, again, just an opinion.
Someone will get shanked with a USB thumb drive in a parking lot the moment this console. Yeah, and it'll probably be me.
You?
Doing the shanking. I'm not waiting in line to get one, but I'll take a sucker out.
They see you and they're like, Pereira.
That's exactly.
Get it.
Oh, they know I can't afford that. No, look, the opinion might have some truth to it that there's going to be some shortages because GameStop has announced that they won't be able to fill the number of pre-orders that were initially taken.
Yeah, now if you guys remember, GameStop and EB Games were the first stores to take your cash for the PS3. Despite being the #1 gaming chain around, they took pretty conservative numbers, only 8 to 16 consoles, depending on the store.
Sad. But apparently, even that small number was too much. Of course, no one's actually saying how many consoles they're getting at launch, so if you did manage to reserve one or you waited in line, expect a call from your local store, which is going to let you know your fate.
Yeah,
Not a good way to live.
Yeah, but they're not going to cancel the orders outright. You'll probably have to wait for a while, but for your trouble, you will get a game or a DVD valued at $20 or less.
Yeah.
Yay, great.
That was the correct tone. Very
$20,
well
that's like lunch.
It really is. It's like, here's a sandwich. No, I'd rather have my PS3, thanks. All right, next up, Nintendo's announced that they're going to put a DVD player in the Wii about a year from now. So finally, a gaming console is going to be able to play digital video discs on television. Now, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Like 6 to 8 years ago.
Yeah, 6 to 8 years ago, I was really excited about that.
Nintendo finally confirmed that the next year's Wiis will be equipped with DVD capabilities, but if you really want it, you're going to have to rebuy the system. They say it's more than just a firmware update. They can't add it to the systems that are being sold now. But who needs another DVD player a year from now, really?
I don't get it at all. I mean, I have a DVD player in my computer, one for my TV. Every other console has one. I mean, you can buy them for like $30, $20, $10. Sometimes you get them, if you sign up for DirecTV, they give you
they come in,
a DVD player
They give
for
them
free.
in boxes in the mail with samples of Tide. It's like they just give them away.
If you buy Tide, you get a DVD player.
Yeah, say, hey, have a DVD player. Thanks,
buy
Snuggle
a
Bear.
sandwich.
Yeah, that's great.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, great. And finally, we've got a PlayStation 3 here on set. Did you guys hear that? It's here on set. Kevin's holding the controller right now. It is time to play show and tell. Everyone is all concerned about the games and the graphics, and we're going to show you them in depth on our Friday PS3 special. But what a lot of people are forgetting is that the console can be used for other multimedia, videos, pictures, web browsing, you name it.
Yes,
We got it.
Yeah, so when you boot it up, you're going to find a familiar site if you've played a PSP or if you own one. It's the cross-media bar. We've got it fired up for you now. I'm using the 6-axis Wi-Fi controller. Look at this, Bluetooth rather. But here you go. All your options there, nice and sorted. We can go online, browse the web. I like that videos, it plays video thumbnails for you.
So you can save all your videos on here.
Yeah, you can see what it is. You can pop up the old cell in there.
Hey, Mr. Selwyn's
Yeah, there he is, just jamming,
Hey.
drunk in the office as usual. We can back out of this here. And,
I believe he was actually told not to play guitar anymore because it was disrupting others.
keep it at a respectable volume.
That's all we ask.
That's all we ask.
Use your indoor guitar voice.
So here we can pop up some photos and kind of slide through them. You
That's
can do
the Wii.
Oh yeah, that's
The PS3 has the Wii.
That's a pretty ironic photo to pull up there. Hey, there we go. No, these are some E3 photos. Sorry,
Yeah.
Sony, that was random. I promise. So now you can go and sort through some stuff. You can group content, which I'll show you in a second. But what's nice is this photo album option that they showed up before. Again, very simple little thing, but clean cut. This is the kind of thing I expect from like Apple to introduce into like an iPhoto. Here's all your photos sorted by date, by month, and they drop in very pretty.
Nice, like
look at listen to the oohs and ahs by the.
Ooh,
Right? Look at that. You can actually.
I like how we have to cue our audience.
Well, they're good though. They work out. You can zoom in on photos there.
in.
Oh,
Hey,
not
that's
too
my-
close.
Hey.
Wow. And we can just really
Ed,
cruise through
shut it.
everything, which is nice. The way everything just sort of
Okay,
drops
wait, what
in
is
there.
that? You're in an I Love Bad TV?
Yeah, there we go.
Awesome.
So it's really cool the way you can cruise through things. I also like that
Can you do a
group.
slideshow?
You can do standard slideshows with the cross dissolves and things like that. And what's really cool here is sort by the date, by when it was actually imported. We can group our content by the month the photos were taken. So it'll clean up all your media for you. And again, it's super quick. The moment you select something, up it comes. You can rotate
Now I
photos.
gotta ask you, how does this differ from the Xbox 360?
Well, not much. It doesn't much. But what's interesting
Again,
here
the
is
Wii.
yeah,
Bring
yeah.
it the
Okay,
Wii.
I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
Yeah,
No.
you can't touch the remote anymore.
Here you go. It's all
There
yours.
you go.
Have it. No, what's interesting about these things here is that, you look at the 360 and you say this is a Microsoft console. You look at the PS3, this is a Sony console. But now it's about the software that's included on it. It's almost like an operating system battle is gonna break out here. Because I know, where's the web browser on the 360? Hopefully they're making one. Where's Internet Explorer on there?
Yeah.
Where's the cool slideshows?
You gotta level up.
These things hopefully will be added. Yeah,
Level
hopefully it gets
up.
them on their game.
Well, the console wars are raging, so be sure to stop back tomorrow for all the latest news on Console Wars 06 Live.
Go to g4tv.com/AOTS for the links to everything you just saw. But right now,
It's time for the Wii again. We're going to show the Wii on the PS3.
no. It's time for the only news you need to know.
Where's the Wii?
No, here's
Come on.
Layla Cayley in the feed headlines.
Thanks, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, Wikipedia entries for the Wii and the PS3 have been locked. Plus, hackers have already exploited the Xbox 360's HD DVD drive. And people are willing to pay a lot for the Britney and K-Fed sex tape. It's all coming your way in the feed. But first, back to you guys.
All right, listen, we know you have questions about the war. This is a big deal.
Yeah,
so
huge.
let's hear from you in the army of monitor heads.
Here's our old friend, Mr. Captain Smee from Michigan.
Are there any PS3 launch titles that make the system a must-have immediately, or should I wait for the Metal Gear Solid 4s and Assassin's Creeds and Layers and so on?
And so on and so on and so on. Yeah.
No, there's only 13 launch titles. 9 of them are cross-platform.
Yeah, I mean, which means you got them on your or your Xbox 360 or the Wii. I think that's a perfect question. I mean, especially when you look at the launch exclusives that are there. You got Genji, Resistance, Ridge Racer, games
Gundam.
Gundam. I mean, again, Resistance is potentially the only game worth owning, but is it a $600 video game?
Yeah.
I don't think so
You're
at
not
all.
getting like Gears of War or Zelda, where people are really talking about. And the biggest question we brought up doesn't really matter because you're going to even be able to get a PS3.
Yeah, it's just all a moot point because I know you want one, but unless you've got $1,000 in an eBay PayPal account,
or
you're
more.
screwed. You're not getting one. So.
And plus, the bigger franchise titles aren't going to come out until later. Anyway,
yeah, I'd say, Smee, hold off. Wait till there's those titles that you actually do want to play. By then, hopefully, the price will have dropped $100 or so, and you'll have the games you really want to get your hands on.
Okay, well, we want to know what you guys think. PS3 versus Wii. Who has the better games? Vote at our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote, and register for AOTS Live News Alert.
Now, coming up later, we've got the trailer for Army of Two. It's the new action shooter from EA. Will they put up or shut up?
I love that.
What do you think?
I say put up.
Yeah, probably. Now, yesterday, we showed you what it was like.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live and talking about the games in the console war. Before the break, we asked you, PS3 versus Wii, who has the better games? Well, according to you, 71% of you think that the Wii has the better games. Well, let's go on over to Kevin to get the gaming debate started.
All right, whether you have a PlayStation 3 and you got superior graphics powered by some fancy named processor, or you have a Nintendo Wii with a supposedly innovative new way to experience game playing, the console's actual hardware will always take a back seat when it comes to what games are available. I mean, who cares about a system if there's nothing you want to play on it? It's the games, dummy! Oh, and it's the loop. I don't really think you're dumb, by the way. Joining us via satellite tonight from San Francisco, Previews editor for Electronic Gaming Monthly, Brian Intihar, and from Los Angeles, G4 gaming expert, Jeff Keighley is here. Welcome to the Loop, gentlemen.
Hey, guys. Hey, thanks for having me.
Jeff, let's get this bad boy started here, because a few more bumps for Sony down their windy PR road this morning. It seems I was on Fox News this morning talking about gaming glitches, some backwards compatibility issues, only 13 launch titles. This backwards compatibility thing, is this really going to hurt them now? Is this just another problem for Sony, or do gamers, they don't even care at this point?
I mean, I think there are some issues with backwards compatibility, but it's like, you look at Xbox 360, which doesn't have, many games that are coming out now, even on the Xbox, backwards compatible. So, Scarface came out, doesn't even work on the Xbox 360. So, yeah, there are 200 games that they're saying aren't really working in Japan. Some aren't working with sound. I think most of the major games are probably going to work, and, by the end of the day, they're going to get fixed through software updates, through firmware updates, I think. So I'm confident that's going to work. And, people are buying their PS3 for the new games, not for the old ones.
Sure. It's 2.5% roughly of the PlayStation 2 library that doesn't work. It seems like a dismal number at best. But, Brian, of course, gaming blogs and forums are all in an uproar over this. Is this bad PR move going to hurt any sales in these last few days?
I mean, first of all, it's not going to hurt sales because there's not enough units to even buy. So, I mean, that's a mute point right there. I mean, the problem is, like kind of Jeff said, you're buying this PS3 for the new games. You're not buying it for the PS2 and the PS1 games. And the percentage of that, 200 or so that aren't playable, probably maybe 10 of them you really care about. So I just don't think it's a big deal. I think basically the message boards guys are making a big deal out of it.
All right, and I completely agree. Let's get into the games then, because that's what, of course, this is about, these new games. Brian, PlayStation 3 is not shipping with a title in the box. Wii, on the other hand, they've got the sports titles that are coming with it, which Time Magazine, oddly enough, says might be the greatest video game ever made.
Oh, come on.
I think that's the biggest, ridiculous statement I've heard about a video game ever.
Yeah, and I think most gamers would agree, but could that perhaps be a testament to the power of the experience that the Wii has on somebody who's not a traditional gamer?
I've played Wii Sports, and I've talked about it with people who really don't play games, and yeah, it sounds interesting and innovative, in terms of you play the game just like you would the sport, but I mean, you've seen those crappy plug in and play games do those types of features, so it's not that innovative.
And there's not much
been done before.
Either. Yeah, I mean, you play Wii baseball.
Yeah, you can really do it. Yeah. Well, you could do everything within that game in an hour and be kind of done.
Right. Obviously, going for mass appeal with Wii Sports as a bundle. I mean, it's nice that they're giving it away, but what about something like Zelda? How's Twilight Princess holding up, Jeff?
That's the game for hardcore gamers that you want to play.
Exactly.
So, Wii Sports is a fine pack-in, but Zelda, that's probably one of the most epic launch games ever, and I actually think it's kind of underhyped, because that's one of the biggest games of this year, and everyone's talking about, the Wii as a system, Wii Sports, but Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is more epic than Gears of War. I think it's, one of the best games of the year, and one of the best games of the past couple of years, actually.
If Time Magazine said that about Zelda, I would believe it more than saying about Wii Sports.
Sure.
Exactly.
Well, what Jeff said was interesting, that it's more epic than Gears of War. People are saying the only answer Sony has to a Gears of War, this holiday season, is going to be Resistance: Fall of Man. Brian, have you got your hands on this title? Is this the system seller that people are saying it is?
Yeah, I finished Gears of War twice. I played Resistance, and I really think right now this is an unfair comparison. Microsoft played this game perfectly. They released it at the perfect time, the best-looking game we have on a console right now, and by far it looks way better than Resistance.
Sure.
But Gears of War isn't doing 40-player multiplayer. It's not a first-person shooter. It's a little bit comparing apples and oranges here. I think it's kind of unfair that it's getting matched up against each other. Yet, for Microsoft, it's working out great because they have the best-looking game. Their console's cheaper. You can actually go buy their console. But I think it's... All right,
fair enough. But ignoring the comparison, Jeff, ignoring the comparison between Gears and Resistance, does Resistance stand on its own? Is it a system seller?
Well, I think thank God they have it, right? Because, without Resistance, the PS3 launch lineup is not that great. I think back to Xbox 360. Yeah, Xbox 360 had Call of Duty 2, which was the best game. They had some other sort of okay, B-level games. PS3, would really be hurting without Resistance. So it's worth it. Is it worth $600 for that single game? Absolutely not. But you're obviously buying.
I don't know if any game is worth $600.
Yeah, you're buying a console for the future potential. You're buying it for Metal Gear Solid 4, for Killzone 2, those games that are going to be coming out down the road.
All right, well let's ignore the future. Let's focus on the launch real quickly. Brian, looking at the launch lineup, which console are you more excited for, the Wii or the PS3?
Well, Zelda makes you go for the Wii.
All right,
Definitely,
Wii for
no
Brian.
doubt.
Jeff,
It is
do you agree?
cheaper.
PlayStation
Yeah, I
3 or
agree
Wii?
absolutely. I mean, the best game this year that you're going to buy on a launch system will be Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
All right, there you have it. I want to thank our guests, Brian and Jeff, for keeping us in the loop. Interesting stuff coming out of it. Listen, I personally give the launch lineup gold star to the Nintendo Wii as well. We all agree there, but it's kind of a moot point. Sony doesn't really have to rely on killer titles to push their next-gen console. You know, with the outrageous amounts of hype and the dismal shipment numbers, chances are the PS3 will have the system sellers that it needs next holiday, you know, when the consoles are actually available for purchase. They hope. Let's go over to Olivia.
Thanks, Kev. Today we are bringing you the best games to buy this week. It is time to attack this. Before the PS3 and Wii take over the entire world, here are some games you can take home and play this week without waiting in line for a console to play it on. First up, calling all Hulkamaniacs. WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 is wear and tice and has a turnbuckle with your name on it. The graphics on the Xbox 360 and PS2 versions are top-notch, and gameplay features like grappling via the analog controller are a nice touch. There's also an in-depth general manager mode that lets you create rivalries and hire wrestlers that fit your storylines the best. Next, Yoshi's Island DS is the long-awaited sequel to the hit Super Nintendo platformer. Baby Mario is along for the ride again as Yoshi traverses all new levels and conquers cute little bad guys. On the DS, Yoshi now has the ability to switch babies for different powers, like Baby Donkey Kong climbs vines and Baby Princess Peach has an umbrella for floating on gusts of air. For platformer fans, Yoshi's Island DS is an instant classic. Next, for a change of pace, pick up Guitaro Man Lives for the PSP. It's a port of the quirky PlayStation 2 rhythm game. Use your analog control and timed button presses to rock out on guitar and damage your musical opponents. It is seriously addictive and hard as hell. If you like games like Dance Dance Revolution and Guitar Hero, like myself, you might want to give this one a try. And finally, for the first time ever, Final Fantasy III has been ported over to the Nintendo DS in English and in 3D. The gameplay, characters, and levels are nearly identical to their Japanese Famicom counterpart, but the graphics and music have gotten a serious upgrade. This game sold like crazy in Japan, and if sales are good here, we're pretty sure US gamers are going to be seeing more unreleased Japanese Final Fantasies in the future. That is today's Attack This. Visit g4tv.com/AOTS for links to all these games. Still ahead, we'll tell you how much some people...
Hey everybody, welcome back. Coming up tomorrow, it's the first anniversary of the Xbox 360. Happy birthday,
Yay.
buddy. So we're going to break down the console's highs and the lows and that little thing we do called the loop.
And we've got girls who are into free love and might be high. Vote for your favorite hippie and decide who's the new MySpace Girl of the Week.
All right, and finally, an EA executive went on record saying that Gears of War isn't all that. Zero innovation was exactly what he said. Now, they say their upcoming shooter, Army of Two, is going to pwn it.
Yep, now a trailer's been released, and you guys can judge for yourself. And if you're into buddy cop movie banter, you'll really like this.
Yeah.
In the private sector, we do things a little differently.
All right, bro, let's do it. Who the fuck do you think you are, Terrell Owens? All right.
It isn't just about following orders.
Help me flip this thing over. Okay, I'll do it. Just shut the hell up.
It's about taking definitive action
Watch yourself. Take cover.
and finding innovative solutions.
What the fuck are you doing?
We focus on cooperation,
Bad idea, man. Shut the hell up.
and we always have a good exit strategy
We gotta find a way out of this.
because we care about our people.
Damn. Fuck, this hurts. All right, let's get out of this thing.
You see, overcoming obstacles is our business. And business is good.
How you like that, Pop? That's it, man. After this is over, I'm never working with you again.
Now, for all the things you saw today and more, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
Stay tuned for the X-Play Wii Primetime Premiere Show. It's coming up next. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
You want to break this?